Tell me about your ability to communicate. Most times the question of communication focuses on the delivery of a communication. Communication is bidirectional. There is a deliverer of the message and the recipient of the message. Research suggests that we remember between 25 to 50% of what we hear. That means in a 10-minute conversation, we pay attention to less than 5 minutes of the conversation. This is dismal. How do I overcome this problem? By practicing active listening. I make a conscious effort to not only hear the words that another person is saying, but more importantly, I try to understand the complete message being conveyed. I use 12 different skills when applying active listening. I restate. To show I am listening and comprehending what is being said, ever so often I repeat back what I think the person said by paraphrasing. For example, let me see if I have this correctly. I summarize. I bring together facts and pieces of a problem to check understanding. As an example, so it sounds to me as if, or, is there any more to this? I use minimal encouragers. I use brief, positive prompts to keep the conversation going and to show I am listening. As an example, I use oh, I see. Then what happens? What comes next? I reflect. Instead of just repeating, I reflect on the speaker's words in terms of feeling. As an example, this sounds really important to what we are trying to accomplish. I give feedback. I let the person know what my initial thoughts are. I share pertinent information, observations, insight, and experiences. Then I carefully listen to confirm. I use probing questions. I ask questions to draw the person out and get a deeper and more meaningful information. As an example, what do you think would happen if? I validate. I go out of my way to acknowledge the person's problems, issues, and feelings. I listen with empathy and respond with interest. As an example, I may say, I appreciate your willingness to talk about such a difficult issue. I use effective pauses. I may deliberately pause at key points for emphasis. These pauses assist me in telling someone what I am saying is very important to them or the matter at hand. I use silence. I allow for comfortable silences to slow down an exchange. Silence gives a person time to think as well as to talk. I use I messages. By using I statements, I focus on the problem and not the person. An I message lets the person know what I feel and why. As an example, I know you have a lot to say, but I need to. I redirect. If the person is showing signs of being overly aggressive, agitated, or angry, this is when I shift the discussion to another topic. I apply consequences. Part of the feedback may involve talking about the possible consequences of inaction. I take my cues from what the person is saying. As an example, what happened the last time when we provided a description without an illustration? The result of my active listening is a better understanding of what is being said and a better rapport with people because they feel they are being heard and that they have importance.